Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to my channel. So happy that on this one I will be able to see you again. I've been receiving so many good comments on the previous video, and on this one I just simply want to make your day and tell you on how to self-love. So are you single, in a relationship, open relationship, or maybe married? I don't really care, as long as you're enjoying just simply being who you are. Because remember that you are actually the one who will know the best of yourself, because you have your own mind being with you 24 hours a day. I don't know how old you are, maybe 20, 30, 40, but I'm 22. But to be really honest, I don't really feel like it, because I still feel so young, maybe like 17, that I still wanna do everything if I have the chance to do that. So on this one, I'm gonna give you some hints to know yourself from deep inside. Have you been thinking a lot these days because you just have so much time by your own in your house? Maybe you're working from home, but for sure you have more time because you don't have to commute to your office, and you're just thinking, is this really something that I really want to do in life? I've been thinking so much. I mean, I graduated already. Welcome to my little graduation up in the Swiss Alps. Yes, a physical graduation before the virus hits the world. Finally, I got a piece of paper from those crazy 3.5 years of traveling. Thanks, Mom, Dad. I really need to start my first job, which is postponed, but I'm thinking to go back to Latin America. Like, this idea just comes from every single where from my fucking mind. And I mean, I fell in love so much with Mexico. My last day in Mexico, I can't believe it. It's a great day outside. It's a beautiful day, Mariana. Yes. It's gonna be another journey, and yeah, but I really want to go and try to live in Brazil. I don't know when, but I really want to try that. And remember that your guts, I think it's pretty safe here compared to Mexico City, will tell you what you really want, what makes you happy inside. And do you remember, for example, you just met a person that you're very attracted to, and then you're blushing so hard, your cheeks got so red, or that feeling that you have so much butterflies in your stomach and you just feel so much excitement. Yay! I mean, if you want to tell me something, send me a secret DM or comment down below. But do you really think that you really have to meet the one in life, like, oh my god, I really want to marry him, I really want to marry her? Even a guy in Japan decided to get married with a robot. This world is weird, but it is happening. And do you even have time for yourself? Do you understand what you like, what you enjoy, what you really want to make yourself fulfilled? So let's break this topic to some parts. First and foremost, let's talk about feeling lonely, because it doesn't matter where you are, how old you are. Maybe you're in Asia, in Europe, in Africa, in America, or maybe you live in Antarctica. You might have listened to this phrase so many times. Oh, I feel so lonely. I mean, I've been saying this to myself so many times before without me realizing it. Lonely. Maybe it's unspoken, but it is a very natural human response. You don't have to feel weird if you feel lonely inside, especially for those of you who are moving from city to city, from country to country, and you just have to put an extra effort to know more people and socialize with the people that you never met before. Sometimes being lonely, it's just indescribable. You can't even say it in words, and you don't know how to tell your friend, your good friend, how to not feel lonely, because you're just trapped in a bubble that you created yourself. Maybe you're just out from a very bad situation when you broke up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and you really feel like, oh, I'm missing that one person in my daily life and he or she is not coming back. But you should never think that you would die for this one person if you don't even love yourself first, because this might be a hard time for you, but understand that time will answer everything. Even though it might be one day for one person, might be 1 month, or maybe a year for another one. I mean, I'm no psychologist or specialist, but nothing will come as instant as you want it. Be patient and embrace that loneliness so that you really know what you are really missing. Maybe you're just missing yourself because you don't know deep inside what you really need in life to be happy, of just understanding who you are. Second is the need of companionship or relationship. Obviously, you've heard that term. Oh, I haven't found my other half. I mean, you shouldn't feel that way because you're already a whole. You're already 100% on yourself. You're not 50%, right? Because you should offer yourself as 100% to other people. If you're not 100% already, how can you deliver such love, as you might have said, to other people you care about if you haven't taken care of yourself, right? You shouldn't do something for the sake of feeling belonged to a one person or even a group of people just because you want to show that you're grateful of them, and in the same time you don't even feel happy on doing so because you're actually doing something for them and not yourself. And maybe it's something for the good, but you should focus first on yourself, and finding that click in an environment or a group of people might not be a one-day thing. And especially for those of you who just moved to a new place, it takes time to socialize and know more people, getting more friends. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a group of friends like, oh, this is my gang, but as long as you find the right people, you put yourself to a place where you want to be, right? You're already a magnet to yourself. You attract the same people who have the similar likings to you, or it won't be a click, as simple as that. And as long as you have that people around you, again, it's not a one-day thing, but they will really support you on doing what you like, on your passion, and in the end you will have more experience on understanding what people that you really like and what people that makes you less in a way, and experience will really answer. And remember what grandma said, experience is everything. Third one is losing yourself. Do you remember the last relationship you had? Or maybe you're just single since forever. It's fine. Maybe you like that one thing so much in life, for example, a video game. But anyways, on this one, we're gonna focus more into the relationship part. Have you ever realized that your time is reserved for this one person? For example, oh, on the weekend, oh, I always have planned for my boyfriend for a fancy dinner, and you just live out of that must-do list and you just spend so much time for this person, and you're not even doing what you like anymore, what you're passionate to. Maybe you're postponing the things that you like. For example, for me, I haven't been editing since months, and I don't even know that I would be actually very excited to make this video for you, that I haven't done it before. Myself. And now that you realize it, can you really live without this one person, even just for a day or maybe a month? Or you have to do a long distance relationship and still be confident going out, walking on your own, and feeling so confident that you can offer something to the world. Think about it. Losing confidence might happen because you just went from a 2, 3, 4, 5-year long relationship, or maybe you're still in a relationship, but try to allocate more time for yourself. Look at the mirror, so cliche, but try to see and understand what are really your liking. So next time you do something that you really enjoy doing it by yourself, and then by that time you will know how valuable you are and know that you are very worth it. Fourth one is being scared of losing someone. This obviously doesn't apply to any family member, but in a relationship, have you ever feel that you're so scared that you will lose this one person in your life forever? You might just fell too hard for this person that might or might not be in your life forever, because forever is such a long time. This feeling came undoubtedly natural because you just fall in love with this one person so bad, and you shouldn't feel that way because you know your worth. Especially as women, we live in this society where women needs to be with a man so their life can be fulfilled together. I mean, hell the fucking no, because we don't need no man to survive this world. And just think this way. People come and leave in our life. Maybe that person will just be there for a period of time, for the good and for the bad. For sure there is something good out of it, and if that person leaves you, just get the positive part of it, because in the end of the day you actually deserve something better, because you will understand yourself, what is your worth. If you don't even feel that you're worth it, are you worth it to be loved? Fifth one is always be curious. When was the last time you feel scared or nervous just because you're doing something new? This is just a little milestone that you're doing in your life. You're doing such a big favor on yourself, because by that time you will know what you're capable of. Throwback to 5 years ago. It was one of the best trips I've ever had in my life. I was 16 and decided to go to one of the most dangerous hike of all time. It was really the matter of life or death. The pebbles were so slippery, especially with no sunlight. I almost gave up, but in the end, we made it all to the top. The joy and happiness reaching something together is indescribable. And putting certain goals is not a bad thing as long as it's reachable, because one step at a time. For example, when I was about to move to Mexico, I don't even know what am I thinking. It was such a crazy decision that I just took in one day, and a 19-year-old Maria decided not to do any research on the place that she's gonna live. But by that time, like, I wasn't scared or anything. I just face it, and I know what I'm capable of, because like I can travel anywhere alone without being scared, because I know my stance. Good morning from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I woke up very early that day, took the public bus that cost me 18 pesos to go to the bus station in the city. Okay, today we are going to Mascota alone finally. I decided, because I got grounded from work today, but I don't give a fuck. And yeah, it's very early. It's apparently... Trust me, I was in a bad situation when I was there. Maybe I look happy, but no. I was grounded because the place I worked at accused me of telling false harassment. Yeah, being at the lowest position, aka intern, put me in an injustice situation. But anyway, I made it safe and happy to Mascota. And you should never be scared on doing something that you like pushing yourself to the limit. Shit, I made it 10 kilometers in 62 minutes. Is nothing bad, because in the end you will know what's your limit, and also in the same time what is actually your potential. If you never try on doing them, trust me, you will never know. It's better to just try and understand that you don't like those stuff, rather than daydreaming every day on those things that you would have done but you just never do it. Trust me, the challenge is just making it happen, because starting something might be hard, but as long as you try, then you will know, right? And experience builds up everything. You will be better on doing those stuff that you really like. And age doesn't matter. If you're 60 and you want to learn something new, you can, because if you're passionate on trying those stuff and always having that hunger to learn and express and be a better version of yourself, then the world is just open for it. Like, there are so many platforms now. We're so blessed that we have internet connection to be able to study online or even go to a physical class somewhere. But you should always try and be curious on life. Just like water, because there are unlimited stuff that you can learn out there. Sixth one is don't be afraid of being told weird. I don't know about you, but I love doing a lot of things alone, like traveling alone because I can do whatever shit I want, or go to the restaurant alone and take the bar seat just because I want to talk to the bartender or the restaurant server. I mean, I don't even have to talk to anyone because no one really knows me. I'm not even famous anyways. Walking alone, running alone, it's just that good feeling, being in silence with your own mind. And I guess it's a happy place. As you know, I'm raised in the eastern part of the world, not the western part of the world, as some of you might have grown up there. I really feel the earth is very far apart from the language, from the way you express yourself, just simply the way you talk to other people. And here in the eastern part of the world, me in Indonesia, all the norms mostly are very implicit. It's just unspoken. You don't know which are something they should be done and something which it shouldn't, because it just breaks the unwritten rules. And being alone is something very weird. Like if you go to the mall here alone, people will see you as a weird person. Maybe it's weird in your point of view because we just live in two different worlds. But you know what? You shouldn't give a fuck about this. Oh my god, in Mexico City now, it's huge and it's not safe at all. Because if you enjoy being your own, it's just that amazing feeling that you're embracing and understanding who you are. Even though I'm ugly, but trying to be pretty for like 1 sec. And if you haven't tried going out there alone, so I found like, I don't know the name, but it's for the jewelry. I don't know, simply take your dog to a park alone, because this chance of understanding yourself will take such a long time. I am just starting with it because, I don't know, I'm 22 and I don't even feel like I'm that old to be able to tell you these. But you should try and get out there and just be excited just being on your own. Congratulations, you made it to this far on the video. I hope you learned something from this one. I really appreciate your time. Please let me know on the comments down below, or even send me a private message, because I'm not famous. I will reply to you. And I'm just very curious on where you live. Is it an individualistic part of the world or the collectivist part of the world? I would be very happy to listen to your stories, the full experience from yourself. I'm just a curious peanut right here. And try to embrace yourself next time, because you are such an amazing person. And try to find that butterfly in the stomach feeling, and be a bit nervous on something very new that you have been thinking of doing since like forever. Maybe you're just postponing it. And remember that life is a journey. Nothing will come as fast as you want it, and learning is just a lifetime checklist, right? Because you will never be a perfect person, but be a better person. If you don't put that much effort on yourself, do you believe that you can put an extra effort to another person? So try to understand yourself first, and then if you're ready, then you can find that extra person in your life. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, double thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next week.